Thoughts on the Jake Paul boxing? What do you think about that shit now?
Fucking getting in his bag.
Yeah. Dude, the guy's like...
He's the best at everything that he does. Like, whether it's strategic or not, like, number one on YouTube, number one on Vine, now, like, basically on the come up for boxing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he's good at, like...
He's polarizing.
Yeah.
100%.
He's really good at that shit.
But do you think he's like, his fights are legit? Not like they're fake, but to be a boxer, right?
I think Jake Paul is a genius. I
Yeah.
think...
I'm not arguing that at all.
What he's doing with boxing, yeah, he beat the YouTubers. Fuck yeah. And then now he's going against legitimate fighters that are looked at from the public eye as fighters. But if you know about the UFC, they're
This
not.
is it.
They're UFC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
These
Yeah.
are wrestlers. These are like people like that. But strategically, he's building up a portfolio.
No, 100%. And that's the thing I like try to like talk about, because
I think they're legit fights. Like,
they are legit.
He knocks them the fuck
I think
out.
they're legit fights. I don't know if the first one was, though. I think the first one with Tyrone, they proved that it wasn't a legit fight, that Tyrone couldn't knock him out.
I think
know the second fight.
I think Woodley admitted that wasn't true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, I think Dylan Dennis just threw that around, and then, you know, it's the internet. So
I
people
want
are
them
like,
to fight.
oh, he's
them to fight
He's
so
a
fucking
legitimate
bad.
fighter, and he said this. He probably saw the contract. Why would someone else see somebody else's contract?
That's fair.
It's
That's
not true.
fair.
So then everyone started running with the Dylan Dennis, saying that it was a no knockout clause thing.
Okay.
Dylan Dennis is really good at getting involved with the Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
He's
that
good at
Jake
getting
Paul-
involved with everything.
Everything.
That motherfucker talks
has-
shit about me. I'm like, yo, pull up to my gym. Just fucking come fight me on the
Dude,
street, man.
He's a fucking character.
But that's the thing. I've seen him talk all this shit on the internet for years now. Okay, never have I once seen him fight or like anything
is.
ever actually happening.
He's 2-0 in the UFC.
He is a
No,
fighter.
I'm saying it, fighting the people that he's talking shit to on the internet.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying.
He
Like, I
needs
would
to-
love
he
to
needs
see
get
that
back
come to
in the-
fruition.
He needs to get back in the fucking octagon, because his paycheck on the first fight would be
be huge.
huge.
Do you think
it's 'cause of
that
his
Jake
knee
Paul could beat his ass?
in boxing?
In boxing.
You think he would win?
Yeah.
In boxing, yeah.
In boxing.
I love
But
that.
same thing. This is my whole point about the Jake Paul phenomenon, is like, he's boxing people who are not boxers.
Like,
that's the thing that I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Like, he's boxing UFC fighters who are good at Ben Askren was a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So was Woodley.
Woodley was a wrestler. Like, yeah, they do throw punches because they're in the UFC, and like that happens before they wrestle. But like, they're
a huge part of the game is on the ground.
massive part of the game. And like, if you're only training for one thing, which is striking, like, obviously that's my thing. I want to see him fight a real boxer with a real. He was going to fight Tommy Fury,
Oh,
but Tommy Fury,
he would have waxed.
right? But Tommy Fury, if you look at Tommy Fury's record, he's fighting scrubs because they're trying to build him up as well with the Fury names. He's
So it's
fighting
like
people who are
that's
like 0 and 120.
Yeah, that's like the thing about boxing is you build your record up to get the money fights. That's
Yes.
what Jake Paul's doing, but it's just
On a
way
massive
bigger-
scale.
yeah,
He
way
started
bigger
out, he's
scale.
doing that on a massive scale
Yes.
from the jump.
But he's
Absolutely.
also doing like good opponents. Like he
Yeah,
So you
listen.
think he'll actually end up being like a professional fighter? At the end
No,
of it?
I don't think he's ever gonna
that's
try.
the thing.
Like, he's just doing this for
He's
the
a
check.
genius. This guy is smart as fuck. I'm not denying that. But I think just because I just want to see him fight a real boxer, but I don't think it's ever going to happen like that, because he's going to lose to a real boxer who has the same record. I guarantee it. I would put my money, unless he'll pick an
Unless he
opponent
fights
who's
someone
like
Fury.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Fury's someone who has a record that who's like, he's been babied as well,
yeah.
up the ranks so that he looks like a good fighter because he's got an amazing last name.
Absolutely.
Right,
And they're
that's
doing
the
same
biggest
thing
last
they're
name in
doing with
boxing.
Jake.
And the Fury family was involved. That was a genius play by Jake as well.
Yeah, all that. But it's like I think if he fought a real boxer who's been boxing, has the same record, he's getting beat the fuck up by a real boxer.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him
unless
lose.
he picks someone who's like, well, everyone wants to see him lose.
I know, but that's why it
he's-
feels fake to like a viewer from my standpoint. That's why it feels fake. 'Cause it's like
people are like actually like crazy though, like saying that certain shit's fake. Like they said that Jake Paul told Woodley to put his
that
hand
was
down.
shock.
He was
That
like-
was shock.
He goes like this.
Yeah, no, it's
And then-
bullshit. That's all bullshit, dude. Come
no,
on.
I don't think that. But I
Like,
think
that
that
was
there
such
are
a-
stipulations that are put.
No, he knocked
beforehand.
Tyrone the fuck out.
Agreed.
There's no doubt about
That
that.
was
Agreed.
a crazy knockout.
But it's not that. It's the picking of the opponents that is so strategic that is what boxing has been literally forever, though, to be fair. He's just doing it at the highest level from the jump. That's what it's become. I just want to see him fight someone who's like a real boxer with
Like
a real
if,
record.
if I was that strategic and I wanted to do multiple fights, I would have picked someone that I knew that I could beat.
That's the whole point, right? That's
Yeah,
what they're
that's
doing.
okay.
Like, he might fight a real boxer, but now let's say Jake weighs 200 pounds on how much he weighs. He's fighting a real boxer who's going to weigh like 180, who took the fight up, who like, is just a smaller opponent with lesser reach. Like, he's going to be the bigger guy if he ever fights a real boxer. I guarantee it. You can mark my word right now. Guarantee it.
Damn. So
he's going to, like, they're talking about a guy, he was talking about boxing, but he's going to have to come up in weight to meet him, which is like.
So smart.
Yeah, it's smart.
Because it's like these people are going to be slower.
I didn't know there was all this strategic play.
They're not going to be used to. Yeah.
It's like 190.
Like, so imagine someone who's been training at 190.
idea.
He's moving like that, and then you're a smaller guy. You have to go up in weight to meet him. You're not used to being 190, and you're like your punches are slower.
I think Woodley was fighting in the UFC at 160, and Askren was at the 160 as well. So they had to gain like 30 pounds
to fight
for this.
Yeah.
Shit.
So like
they're slow. They're like
you're not as
groggy.
quick.
And I imagine if he had to drop 30 pounds, he'd probably be fatigued and not fight as well, right?
I dropped 25 pounds for my fight.
Yeah, you could be
how'd that
way
go?
less endurance, less
Austin,
strength.
Well, I wasn't fatigued at all.
Can I